Take the mug shot, let the blood up. I'm talking Buddha. Mama's getting old, I'm stressing out on my own. No shit, and my own God too. My daddy got so hustle goes on and on. When the beat goes.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back on the next episode of Exposure, our podcast. And today you are here with your girl, your host. I am Godessa, and backstage I have
DjTira
as our producer and our cameraman.
Florida deity.
Welcome. So today I'll be hosting, like I said before on the previous episode, I'll be hosting Quentin Shaba. We had a discussion about him from the previous with Flies at the Deity, and he's obviously coming from the Kasi, a Whiteville. You know, he's an artist. He just dropped an EP yesterday. Woo! So please welcome Quentin Shaba with us. Well, welcome here.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm born ready.
You're born ready?
Yeah,
and you always say that, but anyway. So where do you originally come from?
Well, Nkaba ibuya ePhongolo, but I was born and raised like Whiteville. Since ngumntwana omncane, even the crash, high school, primary, did it like Whiteville.
So you've just grown up here in Whiteville?
Yes.
And then your music-wise, where did it the inspiration? Where did it come from?
Well, music started from a primary when I was used to watching boy school and stay with our uncle from my same street. Used to play hip hop a lot. So ukula wami watching music videos of hip hop and stuff. Always had that thing in which if I could be in that lifestyle, only to find out that I have to rap, I have to write. So it took off. Like
okay,
that.
so I'm sure everyone knows, including myself, that you're coming from also a crew we spoke about in the previous episode, where Tabiso comes from Amen Fam, with Flies at the Deity when I was interviewing him on the previous episode, and the feud between him and Reggie Knoxman. Do you think you'll feel good if I actually interview Reggie after?
Ain't no big.
It's no biggie. Are you
There's
sure?
no big.
'Cause,
Anyways,
you
everyone
guys,
knows their side of the story.
I don't understand the story when it came to your guys' brand, especially because I also mentioned it on the previous episode, where you guys had a brand together and you guys contributed to the brand called Pride.
Yeah.
Pride, ne?
Yeah.
And what happened there?
I guess what happened is everything. The brand was started everything well. Basically, what happens ukuthi there was dispute ukuthi in terms of merchandise, the money of selling and stuff. Basically, I bought this song, so I had to pull out.
So, who was the one who mostly contributed in this brand?
Well, I would say, according to my knowledge, it was it's me, Richie Knoxman, and other friend of ours who put. Yeah, but I would say I've contributed like
most of
45% of whatever was.
So most of it.
Yeah.
So, if it was me, I would be angry, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just dropped an EP yesterday, and I want to know how, because you haven't told me how you feel about it. We've done it together. We did a music together also. So I want to know how you feel the journey, what it took with the journey, and how is it different from before you were open, you were dropping tracks and being on the mic. What inspired you and what actually made you feel this EP?
Well, the difference between this EP and the other EPs that I've dropped before, most of the EPs that I've dropped are more like solo EPs, whereby on the lyrics, on the songs, on the verses, I'm alone. But on this one, it's I call the EP another tag along.
Yeah.
Because it's mixtape which I'll be featuring everyone on every track.
Oh, so it's like part 1 and part 2
yeah.
of the different EPs.
Please, yeah.
Okay, so who are part of it besides me and you being part of it? Who else is part of it?
Well, the one I've dropped yesterday is gonna be you.
Of course.
Rambala, which is my cousin.
Your cousin.
It's gonna be Edition the First, which is also part of Emin Fam.
Okay.
Then it's gonna be 1DM, which is my cousin as well.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
Speaking of Edition of the First.
Yes.
That's actually funny to know that he's also part of your EP, because last time when we were talking about Amen Fam, you guys split. There wasn't much talking about Edition the First. What happened between you guys and Edition the First? There was even White Dog involved, right?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, honestly speaking, I think the matter of growing up, the choosing of lifestyle as you growing up, you don't choose the same lifestyle, and it isn't the dreams that we're chasing are not the same. And the level of the pace of towards what we're chasing in life is no longer gonna be the same. So I'm still in touch with everyone, but my pace is now more solo based pace.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. So who do you prefer? This is just a pop quiz. Who do you prefer, Russ or J. Cole?
I would say Russ.
Russ, why?
Russ, I think, is more of an open-minded person. Not to say J. Cole is not, but Russ, I think it talks more about what I can relate to more. So J. Cole is hip-hop, is more clean hip-hop, which some songs I don't relate to because I'm not even that clean myself.
You quite relaxed for someone who even comes from a family of a polygamist.
Yeah.
We've had a conversation with Ufliza in our previous episode where polygamy is a natural thing in a black family.
Yeah.
And I had my disagreements, right, producer?
Yeah.
And most people, I'm sure I'm not the only one who has disagreements in it. And there are times where I do have agreements because of someone like you. Please brief, like just a short brief before we get to the next segment. Brief, like how was it staying in a polygamist family?
Well, for me, I think maybe because I was raised very from a family in this team, for me it was different because from I knew it's everything I had to share from him. Cool, it's okay. If I have like jeans, doesn't share, you have to give it to my younger brother instead of ripping him up.
Yeah.
If I have ukudla, I know without my brother eating something. So for me now, he helped me always, even when I'm outside, always think about the other person next to me. I have to share with them.
Yeah, you can be very, because I could also see like when Quinton Shaba is in the street, guys, he greets everyone. He greets even when you're talking to him, even when you try to speak to him about something serious.
Me.
As long as someone passes, he will greet everyone in the cast, guys. Producer, you must learn from this guy. Like honestly, he's got so much respect. Everyone loves him. Even his music, he's doing well. What's the most streamed track on
Nimtolile.
Yes, that also. But I like the music with your cousin 1DM. Shout out to 1DM. You are a great singer, and please listen to his EP. It's on Audio MacG at the moment, right?
Audio MacG, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
Okay, and I also shared it on my Facebook at Jesse Godessa. You'll find him on his Facebook as Quinton Shaba, and also Fliza the Deity. You can find him at Fliza the Deity Mjali. So our next segment, are you okay? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
With everything we spoke about right now?
I'm fine.
Yes. So wait, before we move, your father, he's the one who met. How many wives does he have?
He had 3 wives.
He had 3 wives.
Yes.
You see, Sia? 3 wives, no confusion there. And your mother, she's the
second wife.
Shame. I'm sure it must feel weird knowing that your mom is number 2nd.
Yeah, but I think they had reasons.
They had reasons there.
Yeah.
And how do you feel like Because I know your oldest brother is
51 this year.
51
Yeah.
over, like, how is that going?
Well, I think from my side, I think I've learned a lot from him before even doing something. Like whereas him, he doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't even like hip hop music. So already told me like do's and don'ts, and don'ts. So it's okay. Life influencer so okay, Makula, you need to play sport. Sport it helps you be in a well shape. Well shape makes you be a well-minded person.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of a hustling artist such as Quentin Shaba himself, we're going to talk about MacG and his feud with DjTira. DjTira not wanting DJ Maporisa to feature with MacG. Have you heard about that also?
Yeah. But I think people they got maybe half side of the story. What was happening, Maporisa wanted to book MacG for an event.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get details like MacG. Only to find out that DjTira and I had a problem with they were having a music video shoot. MacG didn't pull up for a music video shoot.
And why is that?
The music video was not even got DjTira, it was for Duncan.
Duncan, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Right, producer? Yeah. Which is confusing because, like, everyone knows MacG is working on a record label. He's doing a whole lot of tracks. He's doing a whole lot of features. The fact that even DJ Maporisa wants to feature with him must say a lot about him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you also can relate to him with all the hustling and the grinding. Would you actually open a record label for yourself?
Yeah. Already, there's a record label like that I'm starting up now. Like my EP, I've officially dropped it yesterday. It's out
really?
of the box entertainment.
Okay, I knew about that. I just forgot. And I just wanted to confirm with it using, the segment. But anyway, it's fine. What is this label called? Because I know you want to do that. I remembered because all of us came to your studio for this EP.
Yes.
And it's not just people are getting a taste of your EP compared to the other one that's coming. What is it called? This
the record label, I decided to call it the Out of the Box Entertainment because the reason I call it Out of the Box is because I don't think everyone is expecting what is going to be coming out of the record label. So something just out of the box, something you never expected that was inside the box. Yeah, it's not a one-sided hip hop, I may say.
So who are you doing it with? Because I know you and Flizer are still working together.
Yeah.
So is it you guys working together, or he's just helping you with the?
I think Flizer, since he has his own studio and I have my own studio, we like fam. Since it's fam, it's family. So we're gonna be sharing whatever ideas and whatever back and forth information we have to share as an artist.
Well, either way, you guys are related, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
That's why I'm saying fam.
Yeah. But like, tell me about that, because I still don't understand. Flizer would tell me that you guys are kind of family related.
Flizer, because his sister wathola umntana ne cousin yami mfana.
Oh yeah, and Jabulo's dad, right?
Yeah.
That's how you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, how is he related to you? Like, is he your cousin or?
Actually, give me umshana.
Okay.
Umshana, but since he's a little bit older with age, so Kula song made him be more of a cousin than umshana.
You see, this whole polygamy thing, it's because of the polygamy thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Guys, I can't with polygamy. I can't deal with polygamy. Anyway, speaking of that, people are hustling. People are grinding. Quentin Shaba is doing his best. I'm so honored to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been looking forward to since I was interviewing Flizer, because I couldn't stop talking about you. If you saw the YouTube video, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop talking about you. And then I have also Ukano, who wants to also be part of the show. I know you have a relationship with him. You guys went to the same studio. Konje, who's the producer?
It's Vista. It was Vista Nation. We used to record at Vista. Vista was our producer. That's when we met. But he was a solo artist. He came as an MFM, so we were just sharing the booth together.
Okay, shout out to Vista, because he was part of your whole journey.
Yeah. That's when we started recording music as an MFM.
Okay, and performance-wise, I know you used to go to Pitori and did gigs there, and you had your worst and your best moments there. How was it though through the journey? Because you come a long way.
Yeah.
You come a long way. Like even Nami, I'm like, wow. Some people end up be like, nah, fuck this. I'm done. You went as far as being just an artist to now mastering your own music, doing your own EP, doing your own tracks. You even organize your own stuff. You have no one promoting for you. You're doing everything by yourself. How is that like?
Well, I think I learned a lot when I was at Pitura. Was he me one and I want to push my music. So it's either me or no one. So I had to really go on every club, ask for slots. If they give me slot, I make sure I pull up. Whether I'm alone or with anyone, I make sure I pull up there, I perform, I give my A performance so that I can be called next time. I'm always very believing with it's either me or nothing else for me.
Okay, so your worst experience in this journey, what was your worst experience?
I think my worst experience has to be first time I had to perform at Club Europa. We slot, but it was 6 o'clock. Mind you, from Pretoria West to Central, there's no transport after 10. And Miss Lotsam, from 6 o'clock I was there. I had to wait until like 10 o'clock to perform, and I was the closing one. Only to find out after the performance, there's no one who could tell cup. Only I got abo nyaupe guys la wahlala ngaphandle because they saw me mang perform and they want to escort all the way being a shooter. Mthukile mara hle sibinde phila sibinde abilis.
That means people actually do like you. Even Nyaupe guys. Like he's got that energy. That energy. Speaking of great energy and working hard and grinding, besides emtee now and the feud between DjTira and emtee, I hope that it works out because DJ Mapurisa wants to work with emtee.
It's fine.
Yeah, apparently on that emtee. Oh, sorry guys, this is your boy DJ Kara. On that emtee did apologize for not pitching up on the music. Yeah, he did apologize.
And they're still gonna work together.
And they're gonna still work together, which means it's a good thing.
Yeah, because we're just grinding.
Yeah.
We're just working hard, you know. Even I have Quinton Shaba here. I can't just stop bragging about this, guys. It's great to have him here. And we have also a shout out to MacG working hard on his 1 million subscribers. Wow. It's amazing. Like I wasn't really, I'm not gonna be honest, like I wasn't really a fan of MacG. I never really watched MacG, but I had to watch a couple of clips yesterday because I knew I had to speak about this. And wow, why haven't I actually watched this guy? I'm sure you watched him.
Yeah, I had to watch him a lot.
And what do you think about him?
I think MacG is one of the person Abasenzo would be aware with the knowledge of what's going on.
Definitely.
Inside the game. Yeah.
He's actually inspired me. Like as myself as a host here, a podcaster, like I didn't expect like something, especially South African brand going up to 1 million. And he worked hard, like the stories he would tell about the journey being here, right, Mr. Producer? I'm sure you even know. You've probably seen his journey also and his upbringings. What is your favorite episode or let's say moments of MacG?
Well, he has to be that's when you was what, you know.
That was the porn,
it has to be the one. I think she actually showed like the side lady of what Abu Amandamazana Payo after to because it's what she's saying is what abanye amantombazane bayenza mara ngeke babe proud ukuyenza le nto leyo because angeke uphume nomfana makade la kuspendele makade ulale naye akuphi imali after leyo makade uthi amthengisela.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna say much about that because most women find me as a weird one because like I have my own perspective when it comes to those things. Most guys would say things about women where I actually do agree on, and then there are some where women also say things where I agree on. So I'm not picky on sides. If you're gonna be a prostitute, it's fine. If you're gonna be a sex worker, I'm not judging.
So
you know, you get money, you're grinding at the end of the day. Like Nami myself, when I do something, I'm grinding. When I'm working as a financial advisor or podcast or whatever, you name it, I'm also working. You're also working. You're not just an artist. You're not just an artist.
I have a 9 to 5.
You have a 9 to 5. You gotta grind to make that studio working and operating, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so I could say that was also like the funniest. It's not my favorite, but it was the funniest.
Yes, yeah,
it was the funniest. Yeah. My favorite, I could say, is when he had like an interview with DJ Spoo. Guys, DJ Spoo is so interesting.
Yeah.
Right, Mr.
Yeah,
like DJ
I was like,
Spoo,
this guy,
you can talk for hours, yeah.
Like and it doesn't like bore you. He would actually you getting intel and interest. I know maybe Flies are also the cameraman. You have your views on DJ Spoo. What do you think about his wokeness?
I look up to him, especially for how conscious he is, even. But sometimes he seems as if he's going too far. Sometimes I feel, especially with the tree hugging and stuff.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Well, I think who DJ Spoo is someone who got everything entertainment until the point where now he has to come out as DJ Spoo, as low munda instead of chasing the film in a trend. Man, we actually seeing him for why yeah.
So what do you think about the music? Like when I used to love his music. I used to love his DJing, especially the one with Ulo. Producer Zahara. Yeah, Ulengoma. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite music on when
DJ Spoo? I think I liked him more in MacG.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's Kwaito stuff. Yeah. I do know Kwaito stuff, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I like that part more because of low part layer gave me that feeling and stuff.
Yeah, but then there were speculations that he was MacG.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think he was MacG because after everyone got too much cloud MacG, then eventually MacG uphelile.
Shout out to DJ Spoo, shout out to MacG, shout out to emtee and DjTira himself and Maporisa. They are bringing out the vibes and putting in the work as much as Quentin Shaba is putting in the work. And I hope you actually make it so far because your streams are actually great.
Yeah.
Your streams are actually great. You're picking up.
Yeah, they're going up.
I'm also feeling myself when I'm busy also sharing your things, and I'm also part of I didn't want to make I didn't want to make music or but I thought let me give it a try because this is Quentin Shaba at the end of the day.
And that's a lot dope.
And it actually went dope. Guys, you must check it out on Audio Mac. We won. That's our track with me and Quentin Shaba. It's actually the best. I like it. Besides the one with 1DM and Audition the First, I find ours also the best. So, speaking of Josie lifestyle, Kasi lifestyle, and all that stuff, we have our sad news when it comes to the Joburg explosion. I've done my research. I was even with you when I was trying to do my research. They said, sadly, one person has died from that explosion, and about 48 people got injured in that explosion. And after the explosion, like later at night, that's when the cops and the authorities came to to actually assist everyone. Everyone is walking around this. There are people that also are busy taking photo shoots. Like I don't know if everyone's
Yeah, so
seen-
that is that true.
Oh,
Me, what I thought, some kind of Photoshop.
Wow.
No, guys.
South Africa,
South Africa,
I even saw
guys.
TikTok comedian doing some comedy there even.
That's not all.
Oh, the one who says, "Ikizayaki
Yeah, exactly for me.
That's not all.
But
Like, I've also seen anime fans making some sort of invasion type of thing where
Dragon Ball Z
where Dragon
invasion.
Ball Z is coming and fighting or landing down in the streets and stuff. Like, guys, no matter what happens here, we are a movie. We heard this before. We are a movie. So what's your intel on this whole explosion? Because I have a lot to say, but at the same time it might be shit. But anyway, what do you think?
For me now, the explosion, the crazy part of Gutibatini, it's connected to, I think, 2018 explosion that took place before.
Yeah, the Zama Zama with Sasol and
So we should be bad. Explosion like this can happen or it will happen. So why they didn't even prevent low explosions from happening?
You know what's funny about that is that the news change is the stories are changing because they're saying it's in connection with this. Ne? At the same time, they're saying no, it's not relating to the Zama Zama, blah blah blah. First of all, how did an explosion happen under a sewage pipe?
Well, the reason I can believe maybe it's Zama Zama, I think when Gubichi missed Gupi, I think it happened last month. Explosion where he killed about 14 people. Yeah, Zama Zama, no, a big explosion.
Kanti, this thing is everywhere. Even I saw at Kempton Park.
Yeah,
there
it's not
was
the first time. Like last month.
Kanti,
But I mean,
what's happening,
I heard
guys?
Guti, the gas pipes there
Yeah.
got cracked because of the street collapsing.
Collapsing. How? Okay.
So the street collapsed first, and then it hit the
and
pipes, and then
hits
the pipes
pipe and
exploded. It
Kaban.
doesn't make sense still.
Ah.
That's what they said on the news.
My question is where?
It's kind of possible because isn't it?
But
there was
where?
an earthquake. Maybe
It only collapsed now.
It only collapsed
maybe.
now. Like
It wasn't
when
even
was
that
the
much of a
earthquake?
magnitude, that earthquake. It was like ntonyana, like 5 seconds nyana.
But why
wasn't that
specifically
big of an
at
earthquake.
Bree Street, Mr.
It hit that street only.
Let me rest my case.
Exactly. Like, I'm personally gonna think this is like American shit, terrorist attack, maybe, you know, conspiracy type of
Maybe
shit.
Putiti is on you guys.
Hey.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I didn't
Americans.
say anything.
Like, okay, on TikTok, there's this guy. I forgot his name. What is his name? That British black guy that always has stories.
The Daddy News.
Daddy
News Daddy.
News, shout out to News Daddy. He is all over the topic on this explosion, and we know Americans have this thing called the White Party. I don't know if you've heard about it. And the story about that is completely evil. There's a whole lot of shit that happens there. So he's asking, why are all the cabs white? I know, like, hear me out. I know this is funny, but the reason why I'm asking this is because the Americans are well known for terrorist attacks, and they're well known for the dark things going on and secret spies and stuff like that. So it might be like a sign for us South Africans where he's asking, why are all the cabs white in that specific street? Because we do have different color cabs.
Yeah.
We do have different color taxis. It's not just, yes, most common is white taxis, but that street only had white taxis and white cars.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think when things like this happen, almost everyone will come up with their theory, which amanyama will be very realistic mode calculate
Like my question exactly is like, are you team Russia or are you team America, guys? Because this is a war. This is a war, guys.
Yeah, I'm team bad.
This is a war because now there's even stories on the news where Putin is not allowed to be part of the meeting, the parliament meeting, because the DA managed to get a warrant for Putin if he were to land in South Africa. Yes, Mr. Producer?
What is that parliament meeting for?
It's for BRICS.
Yeah, it's for BRICS.
BRICS Summit.
BRICS Summit.
And which is funny why DA don't want him here, because he's actually our ally.
Yeah, he's part of the BRICS now.
He's part of BRICS. Yeah. So what is the problem? Like, what is Singenapi with the law, Ukraine war?
Well, I think South Africans will deal straight out with dollars. So eventually, if we don't respect what he's telling us, eventually our inflation rate would be high.
So technically, you're saying they basically controlling this whole money thing and banks, system with money.
I think unless someone is blind, I also see South Africa is not controlled. South Africa is controlled almost with everything, even like from TV on watching. The shows we saw the shows now 94. So
that's actually true, because South Africa is actually, we are actually supposed to be controlling more than they're controlling us, because we have everything here. We have the minerals, we have the coal, we have the oil, we have everything here,
but not owning them.
Why aren't we? Why do you think we're not owning them?
I think in this colonize my country. That was done.
Yeah, speaking of colony, like, what do you think about that history when it came to colonialists? Because my mom even was laughing and telling me that Shaka Zulu sold us for Amera.
No.
For Amera.
I would be lying, because first thing first, Shaka Zulu was not killed by white people, it was killed by Uputwak.
Yeah.
Shaka Zulu, because if you can follow history of Mazulu, they will tell you Ushaka was more like a prophet, not just like a lead. Because even before white people bafika Africa, Ushaka Zulu claimed that thing was abonje bezikhanyilanga bazofuna uqhaqha umbuso wethu. Abonje bekhanyilanga is white people. Till the point today, ngesiZulu abonje bekhanyilanga belungu. So Ushaka knew that bazoza before bafika.
Yeah.
Bazoza ngegap and igap bezingakabi khona.
Okay, speaking of that, me and Flizer in our previous interview, we had our conversation about the history of the black people and his history with Charlie and Mtetwa, whatever polygamy part of family he's in, and how they constructed and stuff like that. Ooh, Mr. Producer didn't want to tell me anything. Maybe he's afraid I'm gonna judge him or something. But what your bloodline, Shabalala, like, tell me about it. Where does it come from? Is it coming from a milestone? What did your bloodline do? Where does it originate even?
Ushabalala kahle babuya eSwazini. But manje Shabalala ukukhona phongo kumthole khona, especially Africa. Because bakhona eNamibia, bakhona eTanzania, bakhona eLesotho, bakhona uMxhosa, Ndebele. I think Shabalala is like the most common used surname throughout like Africans.
Yeah, and the spelling also of Ishabalala is different.
Yeah, there's CH, there's TS, there's SH.
Yeah, which even contributes to our previous topic, like when it comes to even migrations and stuff like that with the black people moving around. Why were we moving around? Because even Nami, my family is from Swaziland originally. I come from Dlamini, Ngwenya relatives. But my mom decided to have a baby with a white person.
I think nangapa when it comes to like black people, like my family, ushaka everywhere makaya khona bengathi ngihlala na or hlala na yonke indawo kumele kube uphathe. So some of amanye ama like clans nanani into bebe prefer instead of fighting yena babaleke be start a new life somewhere makabafikile lapho they go working but start somewhere. Mara manje because family nangesithi hayi sonke sihamba khona basithi thina we staying
we're going that side and we're going this side.
That's how vele surnames keep on spreading amongst the whole nation kanjalo.
So Ufla is covered that also that his family, especially the Mtetwas, right, were merchants. They were even riding horses, moving things around.
That was before Shaka.
Before Shaka, right? They have their history of that moving. That's how they started moving around. So when what do you know about your bloodline?
Abo shabalala kahle nje abantu bebakade ngathini wo like gods of clan yakamavuso. That's why bathi intongo lakamavuso. Futhi abo shabalala were the people who protecting the whole family, like the whole clan yakamavuso. With no one comes anything before bona. Ngamanik shabalala kwasana. Beside ukuthi ingenele ngapha.
Oh, so you guys are basically like warriors and protectors of the clan.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't look that much threatening or anything. You more like a protector than like someone who looks like you're gonna, you know. So your mom's maiden surname, because I know you Shabalala because of your dad, right?
Yeah.
Your mom's maiden.
Yeah.
What is she? What is that?
Untrapo is a Zulu surname.
Zulu.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard a lot of Zulu surnames, but I don't recognize Inklapo. And then like your other mothers.
Kono Gastole.
Yeah.
Kono Gazulu.
Stole, Zulu, and Klapo.
Yeah.
Okay, so when in your mindset, in a polygamist role, what do you think your dad, why he did that to actually put that clan together under him?
Well, look at that, what is different from mine? Like back in the days, like Abu Baba used to live KZN maybe for about 6 months. Magambi chana ore zubuya maybe June. So in the baby issue convincing Abu Mama bezuguti, ay mama abona mangal. Mina mangibuya emsebenzini sengifuna ukuthi umuntu ozongiphekela lelo maye umama lo yangibambisa ngale qinini sehambile kanjalo. And back in the days like bongafani namanje ukuthi a lady makabona ngathi like relationship yakhe umshado osebenza athi hayi mina ngifuna divorce. Like look back in the days maba kid kini bebathi hamba do whatever that they do in that house. Where Ragamchali, they bewitching people, now you have to be a witch again.
Okay, that's interesting. I learn every day about our people, you know, because when it comes to even my family, like, you know, we chilled. We laid back. We don't have much to say, even though I know my history. But, yeah, that's fine. How many minutes do we have left, cameraman?
We have like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, so I can add this. When it comes to polygamy, guys, please forgive me. When it comes to polygamy, what is the reason for, like, okay, do you just pick your wives, or is it because of the surname relating to yours?
Well, it differs according to each and every family.
Okay.
Apparently what I heard from learning history-wise, what I heard is that most of the time that thing started when, like, for example, the first wife can't have babies for you, or she can't give you
a family.
Yeah. angifuni ukubiza bo-hair or ngibabiza ini ngesingisi ngoba lizongigame. So iqale kanjalo. Because of that then abantu abadala bakwadecide ukuthini kumele indoda ithole umfazi wobusithuku. Then mingabe siqala sikhula isibongo nabo abantwana labo bazothi ubaba wayi nesithembu. So kumele ngiqhubeke ijeni kababa ukuthi isingawi isibongo. Angazi if ngiyibeke kahle according to history mina engiyifundile nengiyazi.
That's how I know it. That's why I try like interviewing.
But now abantu sebeyenza something like ngizothi ini sebeyenza ifashion.
Exactly.
Ukuba isangoma these days sekuyi-fashion.
Yeah.
So na polygamy.
There's no history, true history to polygamy anymore. Because it's not that I don't agree to it. I don't come from a polygamous family. Like my family, we don't have polygamy at all, you know. But the king himself, our Swati king, has 100 and something wives. I don't even know how many wives he has. So polygamy is like acceptable and it is natural. But these days, people are not. They don't know what it takes to be part of a polygamy.
And another thing would be. Isembu is not just for everyone.
Exactly.
Nangapha abanye usatha ngamandla wakho.
Yeah.
Kuya ngokuthi wena namandla kangakanani njengobaba. Because first thing first kumele uqale ulobola. Ulobola is not just some child's play. 11 cows for wonke labo mama laba. It's not going to be a play. So we need indoda yamampela umfana nyana.
Yeah, just like when I was having a discussion with the Flies over there, where his polygamy family even kind of failed. Am I right?
I wouldn't say failed.
They failed and they keep failing. So you need to like let that go. At least I have someone here to tell me about a polygamy that actually succeed. So clearly your family knows the history and the importance of being part of what made your dad actually become a polygamist?
Well, even his father now began even his mkhulu wakhe began.
So it's like a generation.
Yeah, so Bona it was more like good. Okay, uzothatha unkosikazi wakho mara mele ube nonkosikazi ozohlala nomama wakho. Same thing as generation passes on.
So your family's polygamy is more of like just a family, like building a more of a family. It's not even about in terms of personal relationship. It's not about okay, this one is better than this one, or this one is here because she can't give me babies. It's like it's just to unite a family. So your grandfather, like, how many wives did he have?
He had 5 wives.
So that means he had a lot of cows, ne? Like he was busy.
Yeah.
He was busy. Like, okay, surnames for the wives?
Abake ngisabakhumbule kahle mara bukhona kaNdlela, uKanzimande, kaNcube. Yeah, labo abanye angibakhumbula.
Hey, so you guys unite everyone, eh? I must stay away from you. Clearly they want to unite.
You never get lost anywhere.
No, you guys, it seems like you want to take the entire clan names and unite it.
Yeah, you never get lost anywhere.
You want to protect the entire clans, guys. No, I'm good. So next segment, well, it's gonna be like a short one because we have about how many minutes left? 20. Jazzy Q, or is it Jazz Q or Jazz Q? What's
Jazzy
Mr. Jazzy Q. I saw something about his new podcast. Shout out to Jazzy Q and his new podcast. He's got a new podcast, and something about his podcast actually attracted me. He's also the same artist such as yourself. He's grinding, he's working hard. There was so many speculations about him and DJ Maporisa maybe having some kind of problem because of Tuli Pongolo in the mix. Like, what do you think about that even?
No,
To
with that,
be-
like in this industry, most we are influenced by our fans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For
And
example,
my fans, they can start a beef bubble.
Yo.
J.
And like you're not even like you actually cool with this person, but because of the fans, they want you guys to beef. Like maybe I would say I'm a fan of you, and I don't know, and maybe I want you and Reggie Knoxman to beef, so everyone else can actually, you know, have that kind of mindset where
true.
they want some drama, they want some action, they want some gossip to talk about, right? So okay, Mr. Jazzy Q has a podcast and he was talking to Reese. Are you a fan of Abo, Reese and Zuma? Was it Reese or Zuma?
Reese
I
and
think
Zuma.
Zuma.
It was Zuma.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Zuma.
Yeah, it was Zuma.
Zuma.
I mixed them,
Yeah.
some of them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure lose.
So
No,
he
no,
had
no,
an
no.
interview with Zuma, and they were both surprised, even because Vele, you as a podcaster, you do get told sometimes what to talk about and what to put in there. Sometimes you can add your own spice and stuff, but he had to ask this and ask what happened between the duo, the brothers. Why did they separate and stuff like that? So he didn't explain much about that because they're still trying to sort out that news. What do you think about Zuma and Reese? Because you come from Amen Fam, and you guys split, and then now UN Flies, it's just UN Flies.
I think this thing of Ikru and if you get used to Lendo Goti, we're making songs together and eventually it's gonna catch up nani when man blow up and because umunye umuntu might like ukuthi feature someone in the crew, not the whole crew. Maybe lo muntu lo you might have a different eye for it and so I think abo DjTira into abafiktile ukuthi they expected to have the same rise. Kanti bekumele bapostane ukuthi hayi ntanga ama-flyer wena nethi ungibambe mo phezulu nami ungiflyer ungibambe mo phezulu. I think
so you think that when you're in a crew or when you're in a duo or whatever, you don't necessarily have to do everything together. Even when you're like blow up, you can do your own thing individually as long as you know you are a crew.
Yeah, but uyazi ukuthi if mangiblow was just not ukuthi lo society lami uzoba under shadow yami na ngizomenza ukuthi abe ne-spotlight sakhe ngendlela yakhe.
Yeah, because you can share spotlight.
We don't shine different. We all shine different.
Yeah. It's not like if you shining better here, it doesn't mean he's not gonna shine better. So who do you prefer, Reese or Zuma?
Well, it will depend on the vibe. If I feel like I can listen to piano with Let Be Show Zulu wise, I'll go for Zuma. But if I'm Makasana and Besikasi, I'll go for Reese.
Would you like to have a feature with them?
Well, I don't think I have something in Kuluma Nabu. Ngashala Nabu, maybe have drinks Nabu. But making music Nabu, I don't think maybe we can work on something according to the music they have and the music I like.
So you're not part of a record label, right?
Except my record
Except
label.
yours, right?
Yeah.
Who would you have like like celebrities? Who would you feature with?
But DjTira, Must the Difference, Touchline, MacG, those are kind of homeboys. Fun. Fun.
I don't know why. I still can't explain it. I don't like MacG.
But you don't like the voice?
I don't know.
Like MacG, I think it talks the lingo that I can catch up to.
Yeah.
Like the lingo yak is more kasi fullest to me. Like I can talk to him about you. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I'll hear. I am pretty sure I will hear. I can hear. I know a lot of languages. Even though I can't speak a lot of languages, I can hear a lot of languages. Speaking of great artists, I have an artist where I grew up with him, basically. And I went to school with him from primary up until high school, and he's been doing well in the music industry. I'm sure you've heard of him. Kiddo C, Sipho Ncube. Shout out to Kiddo C. You know, that big head is still big. But anyway, if you were to have like a collab when it came to artists like Kiddo C, would you do it? Because he's signed even under Warner Bros. He's been he performed at Coachella. He's featured with Mick Jenkins. He's featured with American artists. He's actually doing well. He's pushing. I feel like you and Sipho relate, just like when you're saying you relate to MacG, his lingo and everything. You and Sipho basically relate to the journey and stuff. But he's younger than you. You understand? He's younger than you. So I feel like your story out here would inspire someone like him to keep pushing, because Naye, he has his own spotlight. And he has pushed him in however way he has with Bubu's brother Kopano. Shout out to Kopano. And Spusiso, the photographer. Shout out to Spusiso. And they've worked. He actually managed to push himself by having a team. You understand? You pushed yourself alone. So what would you say to someone like Kiddo C or any artist like MacG even himself, Uyang Stana even himself, different genres of upcoming artists that are on the grind and keep pushing? What would you basically say to inspire them and keep telling them, like basically telling them to keep pushing and stuff with your journey?
Well, Mina, one of the stories in Sandoguzisho, it's one of the motivation Bawam used to give me about ethics. Every time it takes, when it goes out from La Pepa goes out empty, no driver pen. But like it or not, during the day, my Puma is a shy bell and it's gonna get people. Mind you, good it takes if you pay maybe 0 cent. By the end of the day, you pay maybe 500. Those who pay you one. But along the way, there's people in Abaya somewhere, which is the chain who takes you up eventually.
So your dad is also like a taxi owner?
Yeah, he used to be a taxi owner.
Well, my great aunt, she's a taxi queen, so I'm sure you've seen her taxis around. I'm not sure. But I'm not. Does
You're
it
speaking to a taxi owner here.
Oh, so you the taxi owner? Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. You hear that, Mr. Producer?
You don't look like a taxi owner.
You're a taxi owner. Wow, this podcast is juicy. Eh? You're not just an artist. You're not just a 9 to 5. You're a taxi owner. How did that happen?
Well, Natini, my mom, my dad was a taxi owner. So eventually, my mom wouldn't take over like taxi business and. So eventually I had to step up as Mfana recently, because I was the youngest and I was the one who's not working. So I put Bamba 7s and I had to step up from taxi business.
Interesting. And you don't even tell me this information. Eh? Wow. Wow. Wow, like you actually have a lot going on actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to multitask.
You are really multitasking. How do you do it?
Well, maybe there's Tabiso and Quentin Sharp.
And Quentin Sharp,
yeah.
So who am I interviewing right now?
Quentin Sharp.
But Quentin Sharp is also in Kambi with the
he's quoted by Tabiso Sharp.
No, like that's actually great. Clearly, you actually pushing hard, especially for your music. And do you actually like see yourself maybe like on TV or you know, people watching you internationally? Do you see yourself?
Well,
there?
I don't mind seeing myself on TV. Well, even though it's not my biggest point, TV, I want to make money with music. But TV ngathini will be another boost to like young boys ekasi ukuthi nabo bakhe confidence ukuthi lesi ekasi mayenzile nami I can do it too.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to like try and analyze. Well, you have to gonna be careful when it comes to going on TV, because people like even Jazz Q said in his podcast that like being in the music industry comes with a lot of sacrifices, including like selling your soul and shit like that. And I can see that you don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why you don't care. Even when I ask, like, you want to be on TV, you're like, no, yeah, I don't mind, but I want to make money, you know. So you're basically saying you wouldn't mind, but you wouldn't sell your soul.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell my soul to be on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to know that like the Illuminati is after you, what would you do?
Ngithumele edlozini. Ngithumele Patreon.
So you would take your kabis and
Azodila namadlozi angengona.
but like, you know, they like, yo, they're powerful. They're known to be powerful. Look at Doja Cat. She's all of a sudden changed.
Yeah.
And she's from here. Like, she did tattoos. A party was...
Yes, South Africa, bheka DJ, even the one you mentioning with the broadcast, iphandla. Hlabela amadlozi into zakho zibe sharp.
And
Don't need to sell your soul.
And Ulo Kabza, is he part of the Illuminati or what is happening?
Hlabela amadlozi into zakho zikhanyele baphansi.
And then Maporisa?
Well, I never saw him afaka isiphandla. So uMapurisa somZulu, so really I wouldn't.
But even Kabza, he's not a Zulu.
Umotha, abomotha bakhona bamaZulu.
But he's not a Zulu.
Umotha maroka Zulu, isiZulu.
But he did slaughter for
Ucheck
his
abomotha.
ancestors.
Yeah, people do slaughter, and I think maybe we're also kind of confused with this thing of his pandla, because I think Wonkama culture, maybe I as far his pandla. But I'm not really. Saying I should buy as far in a different way. I see his pandla, but maybe bafaka in tambo, gumafika, or bafaka something by as taba. It's a way you fag his pandla. But so in things I'm used with vela my culture were fun, but lega kabza you being so kind of confused now, because what I hate mean what takes some Zulu kabza.
Maroka motha, I mean that's the whole location in case ngebuza abantu bakamotha amaZulu. And bakhona na lapho.
It's probably parts of the Zulu tribe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Nguni people are very mixed people. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
You could still, even though you Sutu, you still like our brother, because we're all Ngunis. Yeah. The far thing I've done in my...
No, I get it. Just to be like obvious, I think if maybe we could get a better, like a broader explanation. Maybe like abantu I understand that, but I think banning abantu.
I think the question on ufuna you-one ukuthi usifakeleni leso siphandla.
As in, I mean, into confused. 6 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
Because what I know, even nabo uncle bami ngibaziyo baningi abantu engibaziyo kwi-family bayasifaka iphandla, but one. It's either one decide.
Yeah.
Phela.
I know 2 la and 2 la.
Yeah, it's possible, but 5 is so funani. It was so lwana lufunani, man.
Because he got married also recently, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kabza was
married.
part of a marriage. Yeah, that's why it's a lot.
Oh, shoot you and
Okay, marriage, ancestral stuff. Okay, I don't know. We don't know. Shout out to Kabza this morning.
And the thing is on my mind, my chat.
The thing is, I go there, I say, give us last one.
And then they give it to
you.
you. Like an accessory.
Yeah.
That's not right, Mos.
Well, are you getting the wrong on this pandla? So who forget any penny?
But when it comes to it's a family thing. It's supposed to be.
So let's zaga my ispandla nje. There's nothing behind it. They haven't done anything to let's
like ngifuna ukuba umZulu kakhulu. Ukuthi mangibona lo mZulu leni ephandle isingaka.
Shout out to Kabza this morning anyway, like bigs up with him and his
tour.
Anyway,
And I'm Zoya,
shout out to this also his tour with Drake.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go Drake.
Yeah, with
so
Drake, he's doing something there with Drake. Who knows? He'll come up with something with Drake.
But producer, I think it's a 1 or 2 songs from his upcoming album.
Seriously?
Drake, yeah.
Let's go big South Africa.
Yeah, let's go big,
Yeah.
guys. Like, even though our roads are falling, we're having earthquakes, we're having snow,
Fly.
we're still flying. The Americans won't stop us, okay? I'm gonna say it straight. The Americans won't stop us. We are going to flourish. Either way.
Yeah, chandelier things all
Just
the way.
like Quentin Shower and his new EP. Please, guys, check out his EP. We've covered everything with Quentin Shower, going from music to polygamy to history, family history, and talking about artists and stuff like that. Oh, smash and pass. Who would be? Thuli or Gogo Skoteni?
Hey, my man is shout tool. I'm in a
Shout out to Gogo Skoteni and Thuli P, because Gogo Skoteni also has a podcast which is crazy. She talks about a whole lot of shit there, so you can also check her out. Thank you for being here.
It's been an honor.
It's also been an honor. Like, I feel like I will interview you again because I had a great time with you. Guys, please, if you are new, like, subscribe, Exposure Hour podcast, and also hit the bell button to get notifications on my new episodes and videos, because I'm going to be here for a while and you're going to enjoy me for a while. And we are also sponsored by CMR Brands Money Talks with HGM events. I know she was so upset about that. I am really sorry. I didn't know. I love you so much, mommy. Mwah. HGM events. She is sponsoring us with these lovely, chairs, seaters. You comfortable, right?
Yeah, too much.
I'm also comfortable. You can see, like, I'm enjoying myself also. Mr. Producer Guy, do you have any questions or anything?
No, I think we've covered everything.
Last time I asked you that.
Okay. Let me
You interrupt me with everything.
Okay, about the album, it was
EP.
released, EP. It was released yesterday.
Yeah.
How many songs are there?
7.
It's 11 tracks usually. So in order to make other tracks that drop them as singles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 11 tracks.
11. Can you tell us the name of each one and how we can get
It's
it?
better. By my side. Who you want? Weak. You. Hey,
Okay, I think that's enough for now.
It's fine.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Guys, his EP is called Tag Along. Please check it out on AudioMac, SoundCloud, all the platforms. Also on our Facebook accounts as Jesse Godessa. You'll find the links and everything there.
And
also
Quentin Shaba.
and Flizer the DjTira also, he has his fair share of sharing the link. And also, please, if you are actually have been watching us in this podcast, kindly share and look through platforms, look through the link, and also share Quentin Shaba's stuff and also our podcast. As you can see, we also have merch, right, Mr.
Yeah.
Producer? I'm wearing the merch, which is like, it's 500 rand.
Yeah, 500.
500 for the
for both.
the tracksuit.
Yeah.
And then we also have shirts. Please, Mr. Producer, continue.
Okay. So guys, you can support us by buying the merchandise. We have caps, tracksuits, t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, everything that you can think of. But I this is yeah. But you can support us by buying that. You can also get us on Spotify, almost all the major platforms for podcast. You can get us there. Shout
Exposure
out to you.
our hashtag Exposure Our Podcast.
Yes.
We also have CMR
Yeah.
merch. So please, guys, see you on the next episode. I know you love me. I love you too. Mwah.
Hey, akasifakele akasifakele.
We wanna hear your voice.
Okay, but it's easy to speak, but hard to add. God is a rare, protect the rest. Yo, niggas, let's make it there. Let's shine all over this fly, the flag. The one was up, but now I'm tripping bars like none. Out of 10, I'm getting 9. I'm always on top of the trees, call it the cloud 9. Mentally is overlifted, overbuilded. Game got niggas so blind, the soap, they move with the walking stick. My eyes are open, I can use any trick. Give it the money, seed. I want to plant a tree, make my way to the top, make my way to the God, make my way, never stop. Bring the beat, let me go. Go on.
Woo!
We run. Pizza my pussy lang, pizza my tears, pizza my pussy lang, pizza my tears. Pizza my pussy lang, pizza my tears, pizza my pussy lang, pizza my tears. Now my
niggas wanna pimp, they lurking. Watch your mouth, I ain't here too deep. These bitches are bugging. We lit, she wanna pop pills. Niggas wanna talk shit, he wanna pop bottles. We up, they buzzing, no feelings. Keep moving, can't touch this. Start gazing, we blazing. We up,